It's just Jack.
Good afternoon, y'all. I hope everybody's having a good day. I finally saw something in politics that pissed me off enough that I had to say something. So yeah.
I done literally stacked a star for this shit. I ain't had no options. I was out here with the goons trying to rob the goblins. I was trying to get the picture while niggas was cropping. My mama was crying. I was really stacking starving and shit. Ooh, baby girl, I know that you was stressing while I'm out here on the road. I know I bring you pain, but I done been through so much, I gotta bring you game. All my life, a nigga dealing with the trouble. All of my life, a nigga dealing with the struggle. I done had to get the shit right off the muscle. Some of my niggas don't think that I love them yet, cause I had to go and get the money on the double, yeah. Bitches on my line and I ain't really trying to dub them, yeah. Stand on my 2 fish, you know a nigga got a scuffle, yeah. I'm in the jungle, yeah. All that car gas guzzle, yeah. No cap in my rap, that shit is muzzled, yeah. I got the juice and it come out just like a gushy, yeah. Well, I be moving all these mountains like I'm mushy, yeah. And I be banging on the beat, there's no concussion here, just repercussions here. And I don't give a fuck about what you be loving here. I'm bringing hundreds in the club while you bring dubs in here, cause you just scrubbing here, don't get no love in here. And it ain't fun if all my niggas can't bring guns in here. Guns and butter here, shout to my mother, yeah. That's the only fucking queen that showed me love in here, and only one that ever told me I'd be something here. I done literally stacked a star for this shit. I ain't had no options. I was out here with the goons trying to rob the goblins. I was trying to get the picture while niggas was cropping. My mama was crying. I was really stacking starving and shit. Ooh, baby girl, I know that you was stressing while I'm out here on the road. I know I bring you pain, but I done been through so much, I gotta bring the hood. Got something to say. Why the nigga be hating on me? Why the nigga be playing the cool in your face, but they really be waiting to squeeze? All my life I just wanted a little bit of money, but they just be making it hard. So I gotta go get me a little bit of chopper. Don't care about breaking the law. I heard you had something to say. You can say it again when I'm breaking your jaw. Who you think it be flyer than me? Who you think it be liver than me? Don't nobody else do it better. I made a lot of the extra. I put my life on the stretcher, all the way to I die, I'm a flexer. All the way to I die, I'm a flexer. And these niggas looking mad. These niggas go out bad. They just looking all sad. I got the Hennessy for my enemies. I don't give a fuck about a remedy. I'm a boss, nigga ain't sending me where nigga really ain't meant to be here. I done literally stacked a star for this shit. I ain't had no options. I was out here with the goons trying to rob the goblins.
We're gonna start right after this, y'all.
DJ Eskimo City, the coolest DJ on the motherfucking planet.
I'm updating policies. Give me 1 second to finish this paperwork.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga.
Wiggy, wiggy, oh, wiggy, wiggy, oh. Hold up, way, oh, way, oh, way, oh, way, oh. Wiggy, wiggy, oh, wiggy, wiggy. Hold up, way, oh, way, oh, way, oh. Scan up in the motor, what's the dashboard? Scan up in the motor, what's the dashboard? Hold up, wiggy, wiggy, oh, wiggy, wiggy.
It's almost my birthday, y'all. I'm feeling good.
Candles burning, money burning, graveyard, these niggas. Found them barking, big dog barking, hey. Blood tails on me, whoa, whoa, whoa. Shout it, want that way, whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm dripping Cartier, oh, whoa, whoa. Put a gold bird on you, that's presenting. I put that lingo on her, she was Spanish. I feel the 1 liter of the Venice. It's continental and it's panoramic. It's complimentary to the sandwiches. Fuck around with me, it'd be a tragedy. I want green, 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 no asparagus. I think lane, it ain't embarrassing. Oh, wiggy, wiggy, oh, wiggy, wiggy. Hold up, wiggy, wiggy, oh, wiggy, wiggy. Way over, the coolest DJ in the world. Now she going, know that bitch going. I purchased Aviani, now she lit, huh? Wedding band rings on me lit, huh? married to the game on the shit, huh? Whoa, 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 whoa. Bitch, we made men. We ain't pulling up at cribs that we can't get. You can't pull a bitch on Instagram, I ain't hit. And this shit telling lies about me cause she ain't shit. She wanted big dog status. I was in the alley with them nickel bags tally. Now I'm Taliban gang status, that was sandy. And you niggas can't get close cause you don't know me. It ain't no more dipping, dabbing, hanging low key. These bitches see me and they panic. I can't believe it, I was on the corner gambling. Oh, wiggy, wiggy, oh, wiggy, wiggy. Hold up, wiggy, wiggy, oh, wiggy, wiggy. Wiggy, oh, wiggy, oh, wiggy, oh. Stand up in the motor, bust the dashboard. Stand up in the motor, bust the dashboard. Oh, wiggy, wiggy, oh, wiggy, oh, wiggy. Hold up, wiggy, wiggy, oh, wiggy, oh, wiggy. DJ Eskimo City, the coolest DJ on the motherfucking planet.
Hey y'all, I'm too tired to interact, so I figured I'd do this video as an upload because, yeah, it would just be easier for me. And then, yeah, I'll just premiere it and y'all can go ham in the comments. So, yesterday was very interesting because the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, had to testify at the Department of Justice, and all she did was lie and deflect. There are so many videos of her getting ate up, like it's so terrible. But I wanted to show this one particular video because it pissed me off so much. So yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me remove this. Y'all gotta remember, I'm still learning. So hold on 1 second. Y'all have to please excuse me. I have a little bit of a headache. So bear with me. But this just pissed me off so bad that I just had to, like, somebody has to see it besides me. So yeah, this is a video about the senator from California, Republican Lou, representative. I'm not sure if he's a Republican or a Democrat. My head hurts. Lou Grills, hope I'm saying that right, talking about the Epstein files. So yeah, go ahead and watch this with me because this is crazy.
Thank you, Attorney General Bondi, for being here today. I'm going to show you two photos.
Thank you.
I'm going to show you two photos of former Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. Under the law Congress passed, you were allowed to redact.
This shit is fucking sick. Okay, this shit is sick. That's my commentary. But anyway.
Photos to protect the victims of Epstein's sex trafficking operation. You redacted the photos of this victim's face because you were following the congressional law. Is that correct?
This bitch don't even want to answer.
I'm sorry that we redacted the victim's
because you were
face.
following the congressional law.
Now
correct?
she's confused.
Yes.
Okay. You have now established that please put the photos back up, that we are looking at a sex trafficking victim. Under the Federal Victims Trafficking Protection Act, not only is Jeffrey Epstein guilty, but anyone who patronizes Epstein's sex operation is also guilty of a crime. That's why I find it absolutely despicable that you sought to protect Epstein's clients, like former Prince Andrew. Last July, you closed the case on Epstein's abuse.
Disgusting, bro.
The July 2025 memo from your Department of Justice stated, quote, "We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties." These two photos, please put the photos back up.
The fact that he
These
has
two
to keep
photos
asking
staring
them to
you in
do
the
that.
face are evidence of a crime and more than enough evidence to predicate an investigation against former Prince Andrew. So I ask you, Attorney General Pam Bondi, why did you shut down this investigation last July, and why have you not prosecuted former Prince Andrew?
I don't believe you asked Merrick Garland these questions when he was Attorney General and set before.
I
Okay,
agree with
let's
you.
let's stop it right there. The deflection. Every time somebody asks this woman a question, she deflects. She doesn't answer the question, and then she presents something about, like, you could tell that she was prepared to present something about each senator that she know was going to challenge her or ask her a tough question. So she literally doesn't answer virtually anything this entire time. But like, this shit is asinine to me. But yeah, continue.
I'm reclaiming my time. I agree with you.
Attorney General and set before.
I agree with you.
You twice.
I'm reclaiming my time. I agree with you. I agree with you. During the Biden administration, I called.
She's so rude.
At the Epstein files. Merrick Garland dropped the ball, as did Attorney General Bill Barr, as did Alex Acosta, a whole string of failures. But you are in charge. You have the power to change things, to hold these men accountable, and you're doing the opposite. You're protecting them. So I want to move on to another man.
Can I answer
Donald
that,
Trump.
though?
I want to move on to another
Can I
question.
answer the question about protecting
You answered the question.
And she has
You
no
say no.
decorum.
I want to discuss another man, Donald Trump, who is all over the Epstein files, like former Prince. Here's the video.
Now look at this shit, y'all. He said he's not friends with him. He doesn't know him. He wasn't hanging out with him. That's your president, y'all. That is your fucking president. Next to this pedophile piece of shit, because he's also a pedophile piece of shit and the handler in the back. But yeah, let's continue.
Like former Prince Andrew, Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with
Let's
Jeffrey
talk about
Epstein?
it. Crickets.
This is
Crickets.
so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. This shit is pissing me off. Okay. I just want people to see. This bitch is. Let's continue.
He's the one that asked that those files.
I'm reclaiming my time. I got your answer. You said there's no evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman, please stop the clock.
Stop the clock. The legislation. This is
ridiculous.
She has no decorum. She interrupts everyone that asks her a question. She gaslights them. She deflects from the question that they're actually asking. And then she presents what she calls evidence about something that they're not doing right, instead of just acknowledging the fact that she covered up and enabled this bullshit. But continue.
Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center, because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath. And this.
She is a criminal, and she's covering up for criminals. The nerve of this bitch.
This is on videotape. You said there's no evidence of a crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop a limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide.
Bro. This motherfucker is in charge of the entire country. Where are the motherfuckers that voted him in? This is your fucking fault. But continue.
No one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell, so should the men who patronized his operation. And as we sit here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you.
Let's go,
Any
sir.
decency, you would resign right after this
The
hearing
time of the
concludes.
gentleman has expired.
May I respond?
Yeah, I don't know how you respond. No one can.
Now watch. I'm just watching this video with you guys for the first time because I've been watching videos of this bitch all day. I watched this whole thing yesterday while I was working, and I started watching this video and it made me so angry that I just decided to record this and just start with this video. So yeah, I know that she's about to deflect and probably bring up something that happened in his jurisdiction that she feels like he ignored instead of actually answering the questions of why she is protecting pedophiles. But let's go.
I did not ask a question, Ms.
He
Head.
doesn't
You're
want
allowed
to talk
to.
about
I did
the
not ask a
horrific
question.
crime in California.
There you
He
go.
does not want to talk
I
about
did not ask a
See
question.
it?
in his
She
state.
can't just
Madam
ad
Attorney
lib
General.
stuff.
I
did
told
not ask
you.
a question.
Meeting will be in
Listen.
order. Gentleman has yielded back his time.
This bitch is a
our next witness
disgrace.
will be more than happy to let the Attorney General.
Madam
respond.
Attorney General, would you like to?
Gentleman from Alabama is recognized for 5 minutes.
You have a few minutes to respond.
Thank you, Congressman. This is what Congressman Liu didn't want to talk about. He didn't want to talk about all the crime that is happening
this
in
bitch.
his state. California refuses to honor detainees because of its dangerous sanctuary city policies. The refusal means California has released 4,000.
Yeah, I don't really care about anything this bitch says. Let's just move forward.
And
Fuck
I
you,
want to make sure you had
Bernie.
time to respond. I'm going to change gears a little bit. In October, when you were testifying before the Senate, I know you and my friend Senator Katie Britt discussed concerns of infiltration of the illegal Chinese vapes into our country. As a father of three, obviously, I'm worried a little bit about this, and I believe that many parents in the country share our similar concerns. Can you provide an update on DOJ's work in this space over the past few months?
Yes, and thank you for bringing that up. We're talking about the vapes. And this should be an issue where both sides of the aisle can work together on. Parents need to understand, children need to understand that so many of these are being manufactured in China, sent to our country, and have the potential to be laced with lethal drugs. We've seen an overdose. We need to get on the
I'm
front
sorry,
end of
y'all. We're
this
just gonna skip back
before
to the
we
next
have
one and
another
see what he has
crisis
to say
and
because I don't
children
like
are
hearing
dying.
this
I
bitch
partnered
talk.
with
She makes my ass itch.
Our top priority. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and welcome, Ms. A.G. Bondi. I agree with you. Our top priority should be protecting Americans. In my past life in the California State Legislature, I did a lot of work on solving sex crimes, passing legislation to update our codes. And I found that the biggest challenge to solving sex crimes is reporting them. Victims have to have the guts to stand up to report those sex crimes. But it's not easy. It's the most unreported sex crime there is. Crime there is sex crimes. It's painful, humiliating. A lot of time the victims don't think anything's gonna come out of their reporting these crimes. Then we have adults who as children were molested, boys and girls who will live in silence for the rest of their life. I believe the Epstein files are just one of many sex rings, sex crimes taking place in our society today. I hear 1,200 Epstein victims, some additional victims as young as 9 to 10 years old.
That's sick.
The
That
challenge
shit
I
makes
have
me
today,
so-
what bothers
bro,
me today
like-
about these.
That's so horrible. 9 or 10 years old. I'll knock everything in this bitch over, I swear.
Hearing, Madam AG, is what's the message we're sending out there on Main Street? Shouldn't ask a question I don't know an answer to, but I'm going to ask the victims behind you right now. First, can you please stand up? And then, can you please raise your hand if you think after everything you've heard today, you feel that our AG, the feds, have your back? Do we have your back? Raise your hand if you're confident that we got your back. And that's the issue, Madam AG. We've got to make sure that victims stand up and report the crimes. Otherwise, we're going to be taking a step backwards. Today, AI, cyber, social media, the new realm for people to be hurt, attacked sexually. These are the areas I'd welcome the opportunity to work with you on. It's not your problem. It's not my problem. It's our problem. But to have redacted files that are not showing us the names of these predators is wrong. These are very powerful people. This was a very expensive business, and we don't know who they are. I would imagine they're very prominent Republicans, very Republican Democrats.
Exactly.
And we are covering up for them. We got to know what's going on out there, Madam AG. It looks like you want to say something. I'm going to give the opportunity to address my statement.
She's probably going to attack him with crimes from California.
I look forward to working with you on any crimes involving child sex predators, children, and also cyber crimes. That is a tremendous problem now throughout our country. AI, you are correct. AI is causing great problems online we're working on that though. AI is an incredible tool, but it also can be fraught with peril with victims.
AI is killing the planet low key, but that's a discussion for another day.
Trying to help. I look forward though to working
it does more harm
with
than
you
good.
on that and all
Madam,
cyber crimes. Can I?
Please go ahead.
And as I said before, to any victims, we ask them to come forward to our office and we want to work with them. I have never not worked with a victim, and I believe I've actually spoken to several of the
Madam, if I can reclaim my time, I only have a minute.
Me.
I can reclaim my time. I just think we start out by making sure those redactions are unredacted, those Epstein files, to make sure that the...
Okay, now let me just go ahead and stop this video, and we can talk about how she literally just said that she is working with all of the victims in order for her to be able to, you know, get this taken care of. And then we're just going to go to another part of the hearing so we can see how well she's working with these victims whose backs that she says that she has, because this bitch is a liar and she's despicable. Yeah. So one moment.
Mr. Chairman, here. Attorney General Bondi, 6 days ago, you posted online, quote, "If you come for law enforcement, the Trump administration will come for you," end quote. I want to show you just a brief video. It's about 30 seconds, and I'll ask you a couple questions about it.
You guys are disgusting, man. Hey, you guys are disgusting. I'm former law enforcement. You're disgusting. You are the Nazi. You are the Gestapo. You can't see it because you're chasing your pension, right? Pension. Your retirement, right? That's what runs your life, your retirement. The sad thing is they're not even going to get their pension because it's going to be worthless. And shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Okay, were y'all paying attention? Did you see the officer in the body cam and what he said? Let's just go back a little bit. Let's play it again. Yeah. Kill them. Yeah.
Attorney General Bondi, that man works for you now, right?
Y'all listen to this shit, because this shit is insane. She
Who was that, Congressman?
The man in that video, the one who was in the police-worn body cam footage, the one allegedly yelling, "Kill him," at police officers on January 6th, his name is Jared Wise.
He does work for us.
He works for you at the Department of
he does.
Justice.
He does.
This is an individual whom a federal grand jury indicted for 2 felonies and 4 misdemeanors related to his participation in the attack on January 6th. One of those charges was forcibly assaulting, resisting, opposing, impeding, intimidating, and interfering with police with the intent to commit another felony. This is who you choose as the chief.
She picked, this place is full of criminals hiring more fucking criminals. Scumbags, bottom feeding succubus. But let's go.
Felony. This is who you choose as the chief law enforcement officer of the United States of America to hire at the Department of Justice. Someone on video yelling, "Kill him," at police officers, right?
I believe he was pardoned by President Trump.
Did you hear that? He was pardoned, y'all. He was pardoned by our president, who's a sex deviant, should be on the offenders list.
He was pardoned. You're right. You're right. Pardoned by President Trump for his offense. Pardoned for yelling, "Kill him," at police officers. And yet you expect hardworking police officers across the country to believe that you take law enforcement seriously. You could imagine the reaction of so many folks across the country hearing the chief law enforcement officer of the United States refuse to even condemn what that individual whom you've now hired did. But in any event, let's talk a little bit about some of the other divisions within the Department of Justice and what's happened over the last year. You're familiar with the public integrity section of the DOJ's criminal division. I think it's referred to as PIN. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know which presidential administration under which the
She
PIN
about to
was
get
first created?
disrespectful,
I
y'all.
can tell you what administration that the weaponization was
She's
ended
getting-
under.
I'll reclaim my time. This wasn't a trick question.
You don't get to
Madam Attorney
reclaim
General.
your time. It was
Madam Attorney
This bitch doesn't even know how these hearings work. She's the attorney general. And she doesn't know that he is allowed to reclaim his time. Auntie Maxine Waters did it all the time. You better stop playing with this black man, but let's go.
General,
because I don't like.
Mr. Chairman,
I don't
will you explain to
answer
the
a
witness
question
that
the way
he
you like
does
it?
reclaim his time?
Because I don't answer a question to your satisfaction.
Mr. Chairman.
Madam Attorney General, the time belongs to the gentleman from.
She's so
All right.
smug, it
President
pisses me
under
off.
which PIN was created was Gerald Ford. It was created after Watergate. I'm not asking a question, Madam Attorney General. The administration under which it was created was Gerald Ford. When you first started as the Attorney General of the United States, there were 35 people working in that office. There are now 2 people working in that office because you have gutted it. How many people work for the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team in the criminal division today?
Crickets, silence. Look at this
Can I
bitch.
answer the question about Penn?
I've asked you a question. How many
You've
people
asked me a
work?
question, but you don't
How
want
many
the
people
answer.
work
I'm not
for the
gonna answer your
National
questions the way you
Cryptocurrency
want.
Enforcement Team? You won't answer how many
I'll
people?
answer Penn.
You,
Being the attorney general and you're testifying at the Department of Justice and you're telling them that you will not answer the question they asked you, but you will answer a question about something else they reference is crazy to me. Because who are you? You're literally on. This woman is a disgrace to the United States as a whole. It's so disgusting, the type of people that are elected into office. This is why America is in shambles right now.
Penn will not be
you know what?
weaponized.
You know what?
What's
Madam
funny
Attorney
about
General,
this?
I'll say to the chairman.
What's funny about this?
Chairman, you know what the answer is?
She's
And I
so
think that- I
combative.
understand why the
About
Attorney General
this.
does not want to answer the question, because you eliminated the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team last year. So I understand why you don't want to tell the American people who works there.
Yeah, I
No one
understand
works
why
there
you don't want to
anymore,
talk about
Madam
Mohammed
Attorney
Solomon
General.
in
So,
your district.
In any event,
who
I would
murdered people.
There she goes, yo. There she goes. She doesn't want to discuss anything that she did wrong. She's like, let me bring up stuff that happened in your district so that we can stop talking about all the wrong I'm doing, all the deflection and gaslighting that's currently going on, and the fact that I am putting a protective hedge around pedophiles because they have some type of status, money, or influence. Well, let's
Will you
go.
stop the clock so his time is not wasted by
I've
the
been
witness?
very generous with allowing extra time when we have these little
I
disputes.
understand.
I also don't like
I,
the
I
chairman.
might as well ask
He's a dick.
the chairman these questions.
I'd be happy
because
to
what,
answer
what
some
is
of your
fun- what's-
questions.
What's profound, the questions I've
Profound?
asked,
The crime in your
I've
district.
asked, Mr. Chairman, are not trick questions. They're not gotcha questions. They're actually basic questions about how the Department of Justice functions and the unwillingness of this Attorney General to answer them in good faith. When a member of Congress asks how many people work at the National Cryptocurrency Enforcement Team and the Attorney General refuses to answer it, it is not a coincidence. It's because she eliminated the team. Why? Because her boss, the President of the United States, is making money hand over fist, $1.4 billion over the course of the last year through cryptocurrency holdings. I think what is happening at the Department of Justice is a disgrace, Mr. Chairman.
Disgrace.
And I would urge you to gain control of this hearing.
Exactly.
With that, I yield back the balance of my time.
Yeah. I would ask the gentleman, does he agree with the standing up of the Deputy Attorney General for dealing with fraud? That's something that's happened in this administration. First time. You talked about Penn. That happened with this Justice Department.
We're talking about this committee.
Mr. Chairman, had you answered the question, had the Attorney General answered the question in that way, perhaps this hearing would have some modicum of resembling something that has typically been fairly conventional, an oversight hearing of the Department of Justice.
Exactly. So yeah. As you can see, all this bitch does is lie, gaslight, and deflect. Anytime someone brings up anything that has to do with her, she decides that it's in her best interest to try to bring up something else completely unrelated so that she can just, do some type of smoke screen. Like, the shit just pisses me off. And like, as a nation, like, we're in the shit, and this is why, because the people that are running it are disgusting human beings, and they don't care about people. They don't care about American citizens. They don't care about children. They just don't care. It's just very disgusting to me. Yeah, it's very disgusting, and it's disappointing, and I just, I'm flabbergasted. So yeah, that's my commentary. I will put the link on the wall again to the full hearing. It's like 5 hours long. I believe Mahia might have covered it. I was sleeping last night, but I did see a video from Everything News. I liked and shared. That's also on my wall. So if y'all want to see that, I'm sure he covered it. You know that he gives amazing commentary. But yeah, so I just had to get that off my chest. Pam Bondi is a bitch. She's a horrible person. And I'm not even just randomly saying that. You see, she doesn't care about the victims. And I think that I didn't even show the clip that I was going to show. I can see if I could find it, where literally all the victims stood up. They all stood up. And then they asked, who's helping you from the department? You know what I mean? And no one raised their hand. Literally no one raised their hand. Everybody just was like, no. To the fact that no one's helping them. No one's doing anything for these people. Literally no one. But yeah, that's it. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this off. And what I'm going to do is, instead of me finishing this commentary up with a song like I would normally do, I am just going to end the video with Jasmine Crockett, who hopefully will be our presidential candidate in the next coming election. Eat Pam Bondi the fuck up, as she should. So yeah, that's the end of my commentary. And y'all have a good rest of your day.
Gentlelady is recognized.
Thank you. I seek unanimous consent to introduce into the record the research that Representative Kamlager-Dove and I referenced concerning the threat of right-wing domestic terrorism, which the Department of Justice scrubbed from its website in September.
Without objection, the gentlelady from
Thank
Texas
you.
is recognized.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. And to be clear, I'm not going to ask any questions of this witness because this witness has revealed that she has no intentions of answering questions. But instead, I'm going to ask some very basic questions really quickly of my colleague, Becca Ballant, if she will answer right or wrong, raping children.
Wrong.
Right or wrong, killing random citizens.
Definitely wrong.
Right or wrong, enriching yourself as the sitting president of the United States.
Definitely wrong.
Okay, thank you. Because I probably never would have. Got that with our witness? Our witness, who somehow is a lawyer but does not understand how it works with witnesses. I'm not really sure what law school she went to and what all kind of cases she tried, but typically when you come into a space and somebody's a witness, then they sit there and they answer questions instead of asking questions. And then we also have this objection that we use as lawyers called non-responsive, when a witness fails to actually answer the question. But nevertheless, let me address the survivors, because that's exactly who they are. They are not victims, they are survivors. Let me say thank you for having more courage and moral clarity in your pinky fingers than the entire Department of Justice. We are currently the laughing stock of the world, partially because of the failed leadership within the DOJ, as we see kings and queens falling everywhere around the world. But we don't know the basics of right and wrong in this country, because it's not about partisanship. And that's why I applaud Thomas Massey, because he's the only person on the Republican side that has a backbone and knows how to stand up to corruption. But nevertheless, let me keep going. My Democratic colleagues have been attacked this entire committee hearing. They have been lied on. And frankly, the American people weren't looking for that. They were looking for answers about the corruption that they see coming from this administration. In the written testimony of this witness, of this particular witness, she stated that when she took office, she had two main goals. The first was to end the weaponization of justice, and second, to return the department to its core mission. Not only have you lied about both, you've intentionally done the exact opposite. You're spending more taxpayer resources arresting journalists than you are prosecuting pedophiles and creeps. In fact, your boss, the President of the United States, stated that this administration, quote, took the freedom of speech away. And at your direction, DOJ has arrested Don Lemon and Georgia Fort. And I might add that y'all actually had a judge that rejected y'all for trying to arrest Don Lemon before, just like the grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Kelly, just like a grand jury rejected y'all as it relates to Senator Slotkin, just like the case against Tish James was dismissed and the case against Mr. Comey was dismissed. I completely don't get how it is that you're sitting at the top of DOJ, because you don't seem to be good at your job. You're spending more taxpayer resources arresting these journalists. In fact, we know after Georgia Fort and Don Lemon were arrested, we know that there were homes of journalists that were raided. We know that threatened prosecution against students protesting your actions and forced tech companies to remove apps used to track ISIS activities. But let's circle back to you protecting pedophiles and creeps, because I want to talk about the president and his possible involvement with Jeffrey Epstein.
Let's
Now,
go.
I don't know what the president might have done with Jeffrey Epstein, but unlike this administration, I believe that facts matter. So let's talk about the facts.
Let's
Fact number
go.
one, Donald Trump is one of the most named people in the Epstein files. At least 5,000 files contains more than 38,000 references to Trump, his wife.
38,000 references. 5,000 files.
Or Mar-a-Lago. Fact number two, Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell made young girls available to Trump on multiple occasions. For example, according to this file, Ghislaine Maxwell presented a young girl to President Trump who spent more than 20 minutes apparently flirting with her. Here's another example. This
Presented a young girl to President Trump.
shows notes from FBI investigators that describe Jeffrey Epstein transporting a victim to Mar-a-Lago to meet with President Trump, where he bragged to Trump that, quote, "This is a good one." Now, I'm not saying that the president is a pedophile, but there is a lot of evidence in these files that suggests that he's very close friends with a lot of men who are pedophiles. What's crazy about all of this is just that this is a big cover-up. And this administration is engaged in it. In fact, this administration is complicit. But there are numerous others, like how the DOJ is attempting to obstruct justice in the investigation of the rogue agents who have murdered American citizens, or how the DOJ seized voter data from Fulton County in an attempt to steal the 2026 midterm elections, or how federal agents have Tom Homan on tape accepting a bribe and your agency killed the investigation, or how your agency is ready to give the president a $230 million payday, which is unconstitutional. The Constitution is clear. The president shall not receive any payment except his salary while in office. The fact of the matter is that you will be remembered as one of the worst attorney generals in history. An attorney general who has prioritized obstruction over justice, corruption over the law, fealty to the president over loyalty to the Constitution. And Mr. Chairman, I will yield.
Lady.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll yield too, because Pam Bondi is a disgrace. Y'all have a good day.